Hi everyone! So I just filmed the announcement for my reading challenge. I feel really good. I'm pretty hyped. And instead of changing, I'm just going to film this now and I'm going to be sharing recommendations for each of the prompts for my reading challenge. So if you have not seen the announcement video, I'll link it down below. I'll link everything you need to know down below. But this video is specifically for recommendations from me for each of the prompts. So all of these I have read, and then at the end, I am going to share, like at the end of each prompt, I'm going to share what is on my TBR for it, potentially. So it's going to be a mix of stuff I've read and stuff I haven't read, but I just want it all to be here. So this is probably going to be a pretty hefty video. Get out your pen and let's start looking up these books. Okay, I just gathered all of the books and my shelves are destroyed back there, but I'm very excited to share all these books. Here we go. Okay, January's prompt is to read a past favorite. So this is like a recommendation to me as well. How do I pick? Okay, I picked 4, but of course there's like so many others. Okay, number 1, My Stubborn Heart by Becky Wade. I think a lot of you probably have read this if you follow me. If you haven't, add this to your list for one of these, okay? I love this book. I have talked about this book so much on my channel in so many favorites videos and recommendation videos. This follows a single woman who is nearing 30 and she has always wanted to be married, but she's not. And she takes the summer to go and help her grandma renovate this house. And the guy that they hire is an ex-hockey player, and it is a romance between them. And it is the most beautiful, faith-filled story of trusting God with your heart. And it spoke to me so much. So I love this book. Okay. Next, if you want a little bit more action, If I Run. It's so good. So this could count for a book in a series as well. So that's for the next month. But you could read the second book and make that work. But yeah, I loved this whole trilogy. It was a 5-star trilogy for me. I'd love to reread it. My finger's still unpainted. If you noticed in the last video or in the announcement video, yeah. But this follows a girl on the run from the authorities because she is wrongfully accused of killing her best friend. And so she is, hiding out. And then there's a private investigator that's hired to find her, and you follow their different POVs. And it is a romantic suspense story and it's so good. So definitely check this out if you haven't. Okay, this is the one I think I'm actually going to reread, but I don't know. We'll see. But it's A Broken Kind of Beautiful by Katie Ganchert. So again, these are recommendations for me because I don't know what you've already read. If you haven't read this one, highly recommend it. This is very similar to the story of Redeeming Love. You follow this girl who is a model, and it's really like robbed her of her spirit because she just feels like no one cares about who she actually is. They just care about her body. And she ends up going to this smaller town that she grew up in to do a wedding shoot, like a wedding dress shoot. And the photographer is her love interest. And it's such a good story. And it's been a while since I've read it and I would love to like have it fresh in my mind. So I'm thinking this will be the one that I read, but we'll see. So that was January. February is a read a new to you author. So again, I don't know what you guys have read, but for me, I'm probably gonna read this in January. I don't know, but this is a new to me author, Angela Ruth Strong. I am very excited to read this book. If you saw my book haul, this was in it. And yeah, the first opening line is, Mary feels like the last young Christian woman on the planet to be single. And we can all relate, right? Maybe not all of us, but there we go. New to me author. Another one that I wrote down is Melissa Tague. She has been floating around in the recommendations for me, so possibly that one. Irene Hannon, I've never read a book by her. And then Janelle Chizelski, never read hers either. So all 4 of those authors that I've shared, I'm interested in. So we'll see which one gets read. And again, from the first 4 books that I shared, if you haven't read any of these authors, I highly recommend you do. They're all extremely good, great Christian romance writers. Okay, March is to read a book in a series. So this can be the first book in a series, so or it can be the middle book. I should be in the middle of this book, The Spice King by Elizabeth Camden. This is a Hope and Glory book. So this is book one. I think it's a trilogy, so I could read either the second or the third book, whichever one I'm on. And I haven't even started this book, so I can't recommend it. I don't know if it's good, but there's that. Read this, okay? This is a 6-book series. It is romantic suspense. It is Christian, and it is so good. It follows like a search and rescue group that has a lot of siblings in it, and you follow this like family of siblings. Okay, April is a 5-star prediction. So for me, it's going to be The Words We Lost by Nicole Deese. You never know. And then I put it Under the Magnolias. Under the Magnolias. I really think that this is going to be 5 stars. I loved Lulu's Cafe by this author. Was blown away, did not expect it, and I've heard equally amazing things about this book. It's like similar amazingness. So I'm very excited to dive into this. So it is a 5-star prediction. Okay, May is a new release. So Becky Wade, she will be here, I hope. I'll link my new release video, anticipated new releases video down below, because all of those would be on it. If I haven't read some of those yet, I would read them in May. So like Daughter of Eden by Jill Eileen Smith. Super excited about that one. I might just like straight up buy it because I just have really good vibes about it. So we'll see. Or I could just like pull from NetGalley and see, but it has to be Christian. That's the thing. So we'll see about that. But yeah, any kind of new release, you can look at like anticipated release videos to find what you would want to read. Okay, June is to read a cute cover. So whatever you think is cute. For me, Lake Season by Denise Hunter, I love the cover of that. I have like a love-hate relationship with Denise Hunter, but I've heard some of my friends really rave about this series in particular, so I would like to start it. Okay, if you haven't read this book, this is a super cute cover. Before I Called You Mine, I just love the color and then the pink flowers and then like the hearts, you know? So to me, this is very cute. I'd recommend reading it. It follows a woman who really wants to be a mom. She feels called to be a mom, but she is single. So she starts the process of adopting a child as a single person. And then in the middle of that, she meets her dream man that she would love to marry, but she can't if she's going to adopt. So, okay, July is to read a book set during summer. And this one might be difficult. If it gives you summer vibes, that counts as well, okay? So don't even worry about it. I wrote down Hope Harbor by Irene Hannon. I'm not sure if this is set during summer, but it like looks like it is. So that's that for me. And then In Search of a Prince, I think it is. Or it's like set in Africa, so it's like always warm there, you know? So count it, why not? Okay, August. Super hyped book. Again, you can pick a book that you've hyped to yourself. That's fine. But I'm going to pick books that I've heard my friends talk about a lot. So Autumn by the Sea by Melissa Tagg. I think this is book one, I think. This series has been super hyped and I'm very curious about it. We shall see. I hope that I like it too. And then Waves of Mercy by Lynn Austin has also been super hyped. I think it's a duology. So very interested in that. And then I don't know if this has romance in it, and I don't know if it's Christian either, but it's like a Christian author, so whatever. Wishtress, super hyped. Oh my goodness. I might read it before August though, so this might not work out, but if I haven't read it by August, then I might consider counting it as well. My recommendation for a super hyped is All That Really Matters. Do it. Do it. It's such a good duology. And then obviously I've hyped this a lot as well. Just like look at all of my favorites and recommendation videos. Pick one. It's hyped by me. Okay, September is to read a recent purchase. So for this one, I'm not going to have anything because I don't know what I'll buy and I don't know what you'll buy. So it doesn't have to be a bought item. It can be a library as well. Again, I don't want to like force anyone to buy a book. So the library counts. If it's a recent library, that counts. Okay, October is a historical, okay? For me, I am going to, possibly if I haven't read these yet, these books, okay? I've shown this one a little bit, The Letter from Briarton Park, and then A Noble Masquerade. I think I've seen, is it Alicia likes this book? Something like that. Anyways, my mom read this and she really liked it, so she gave it to me. And so it is historical and we shall see. For a recommendation from me, anything Julie Klassen, She is the ultimate. Okay, November is the nice one. It's just a book you want to read. So again, that one can be whatever you want. It can be whatever I want. So in the moment, we will decide. So no recommendations for that one. And then December. Okay, Quilt for Christmas by Melody Carlson. Super hyped last Christmas, or I guess this Christmas, well, this season. But for me, my two best Christian Christmas books are these books. So Catching Christmas and The Mistletoe Countess. Both of these have lots of faith in them. This one's a little bit more subtle on the faith. This one's heavy on the faith. So whatever you like, but the faith in this is so good though. So it's great. Yeah, but recommend these for sure. And that is it. Those are my recommendations. So yeah, so that was like a mix of a TBR and a recommendation video. I can't get enough. I love it. So again, hope you guys are excited. I hope this gave you some ideas for what books to pick, but just make this your own and no pressure. Like if you miss a month, just do it in the next month, whatever. Yeah, I'm just very excited. So every TBR now, I will share which book that I'll be reading for the challenge. And so you can see what I'm reading. If you ever want to read it with me, feel free to do that. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. So we're starting soon in the new year, and I will post on Instagram kind of a lot, I guess, hyping it up and just sharing what I'm doing. So if you want to see more, follow me on Instagram. But yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. Have a great day. Bye. If you want to, it follows like an, so yeah, yeah.